What is up, champs? This is Foot here, and we're gonna be playing some World of Tanks, and it is on Xbox One. So this is Xbox One gameplay here. It's not on it is on Xbox 360, but this is not gameplay of Xbox 360. If you guys seen the last video I posted up about World of Tanks, yes, Xbox 360 and Xbox One could play together at World of Tank. I keep saying World of War because pretty much all these tanks are back in like Cold War and World at War and all that stuff. Like, there's a lot to explain about, but this is one of the tutorials. The tutorial is gonna be talking about tanks. Well, I will explain like tanks, the status. I will explain a lot more of what you could do to upgrade and upgrade how you start the game. So I'm gonna explain to you how you start the game. Obviously this is not how you're gonna start the game, this is just what upgrades. But when you start the game, you're gonna come out with some, you're gonna come out with some default tanks. Usually you don't need all those tanks, really. You could sell those tanks for coins, the silver coins up here. You can sell those tanks for silver coins because you don't need those tanks, really, you don't. If you can see here, here's the gold star. Gold star is just like XP, but it's like the same thing as the silver star XP. If you can see in the bottom where the tank is, it's like the same thing as silver star XP, except the gold XP is like your own XP, and the silver star XP, you gotta earn it by battling out with your own tank. Of course, gold XP, you just get it on your own. It just happens. Sadly, I don't have gold coins. Gold coins, you could like either switch them up for XP. It says convert to XP. Sadly, I don't have gold coins. If I do, I would have this much gold stars, and it would have been easier for me to upgrade all my tanks, but sadly I don't have any. So if you see here, the little silver stars right here, it says 140. That's where you buy those stars from the gold stars. That's where you buy tanks. That's what the gold stars are for. Gold stars are for to buy tanks and the upgrades, of course. So you're gonna start off with the starter tanks. You can see here, here's the first tank, here's another one. These are just starter tanks. This is where you're gonna start off with the tanks. I don't know what I start off, I don't remember exactly what I suggest. You should get lightweight and sniper tanks, because they're the pretty good tanks around. Unless you want to get medium and heavy tank and want to go crazy, that's fine by me. Artillery is more about support, so you're like literally giving support. You're not actually killing tanks, you're just supporting the team. Sometimes you can kill tanks, but it's hardly not possible. But again, it's only for support. So I explained to you a little bit more in depth. Here's just like a little, explaining what it does. If you guys want to stop here, you could stop here, right here. It explains about the silver and XP. It's pretty much exactly what I'm saying, but you don't really need to know all that. Really, you don't. So when you buy yourself a tank, you buy it with gold stars, of course. Once you buy it with gold stars, you gotta buy it with silver coins too in order to earn it. After you earn it, this is just an example. There's some upgrades for the tanks. You could upgrade the tanks no matter what. Of course, it's not gonna be the best tank in the world. It's not gonna be the best tank in the world. Trust me, it's not. It's okay, because we're upgrading. And then let's go back here. So this is just like the second tank. This is the default tank, and this is the second tank, you could see from the orange outline. And then of course, once you buy the tank, you could upgrade it. You gotta upgrade it by earning XP, gaining kills from your own tank, or you could get XP right away from the gold stars. But I suggest, you know, getting XP from your own tank, because if you buy it right away with your gold stars, it's a bad idea, because you really need your gold stars at the end, where you're gonna like build up your real tank, real and powerful tank. So this is like an example of a sniper tank. I explained a lot on the other video of how the icons work. This is a sniper tank. I can explain that right now. Sniper tanks are triangle. Lightweight tanks are diamond shape. Medium-sized tank is a diamond shape with one stripe. And then we got the artillery with the square. If you can see here, it's a square. And let's see, if it has gold on the on the ranking of the tank, that means it's an elite tank. Okay, that means it's already maxed out. You don't need to max out any more than that. This is one of the heavy tanks, the 2 stripes, well 3 stripes actually. This is one of the heavy tanks. It's the last tank I had was this one. It was pretty slow, even though it had good health and armor, but the damage was really low too. So if you have one of these elite tanks, you could literally sell these tanks with 100,000 plus silver coins, and that's a good thing, because you need a lot of silver coins in order to upgrade. If you can see here where you see the stats, right, where the M26 plushing, and then they go all the way down to the bottom where it says research price. That's just the experience points you need, and then the purchase price. This is a lot of money. This is a lot of money. So you need to save up a lot of silver coins, but silver coins come and go, so they're pretty easy to get no matter what. So let me go back to and explain how the upgrade works. So once you buy the tank, you need to get experience points, and then after that you gotta purchase it with silver coins. Upgrades don't usually cost that much unless you get to the higher upgrade and higher and higher and higher, and it's gonna cost a lot. But this is a second tank. So this is the default, this is the second tank. Of course, this is the sniper tank. And then if you see the number, the Roman numbers right on side of it, this is tier 3, this is tier 2, and this is tier 1. So what that is just what's it called, the upgrade of the tank you have, what kind of addition or I don't know how to explain it, but of course you guys should know. And then once you upgrade that, you buy the tank. Of course the tank is going to be a little bit more. It's going to be like at least 30 plus silver coins at least, or maybe lower. And then you get more upgrades, upgrades. And then sometimes you will lead up to like 2 tanks where you could choose and keep going on the upgrades. And then upgrades. And then boom, right now I'm not like to tier 5, because look how much money it costs. 400,000 silver coins. That is a lot of silver coins. So that's pretty much I'm gonna explain. Of course I explained tier 2. This is tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then here's the 2 tanks that I was talking about. And then more 2 tanks. So pretty much the arrows, they tell you which category you want to go, and they keep going. But I suggest you want to choose the best category. I haven't I don't know that many of the tanks. I'm a noob in this game, so I'm not the best of the best. But right now, how I started is that I started with this tank right here, this bad boy, this default tank. Well, actually I started off with an elite tank, which I'm surprised, and this is one of the elite tanks I started out with. This is the lightweight tank. It shoots pretty fast. If you can see here, where the right side of the corner, it says speed limit, acceleration, chassis rotation. And if we go down below where the right rate of fire, 98.25 rounds per minute. Now that is a good for a lightweight tank. It shoots pretty fast. It could do damage, multiple damage if you shoot them correctly, of course. But let's go back. Okay, let's go back. I don't want to get into it more in depth, like to the higher tanks, because the higher tanks are like literally $6,100,000 plus, and like you don't need to worry about that right now. You need to worry about these tanks, how to start off in the beginning. Maybe later on in the video or the tutorial I could explain how to get those tanks. It's not going to be easy, but right now we're going to start off with this default tank. So we're going to start off with this oops, that's not the tank. We're going to start off with this default tank. You could use any default tank, it doesn't really matter. Like once you have gold stars, you could spend gold stars right now. You could spend gold stars right now. The stars I spend was this one, the PZ1, tier 2. This is more or less an elite. It's half elite and half you know, regular tank. It's not. It's pretty much maxed out. That's what it means. But like, if you see the gold like on the icon, then it's an elite. If you see like little Chris surrounded the shape, and it's just a max out tank. It's not like a full elite tank, of course. So the two tanks I got was a PZ1. That's the one of the lightweight tanks. It's pretty good, and this PZ Jagger 1, Panzer Jagger 1. I don't know if I said it pretty well. And this is one of the sniper tanks. It's actually pretty good. Good fire rate, good damage. And the PZ1 has good fire rate, good speed. Even though the health and armor is pretty low, but it doesn't matter because you could do damage with this tank, and you could be literally a boss with this tank on tier 2. You could be a boss no matter what. So these two tanks, I suggest you could start off with these two tanks because they're the best tanks that you could get. And as you could progress, the arrows show you what you could get, what more tanks you could get. But of course, you gotta start off with the upgrades, and then keep going, and then keep going, and then keep going, and then keep going. But you don't have to worry about all the way over there because that's way too much money. Literally way too much money. You want to be at the certain range where you gotta be sticking with the tank all the time, and so you could get so much silver coins, so much XP. So that way you could do some upgrades on the higher tanks, and you don't have to worry about, you know, upgrading them at all. Usually when you upgrade the tank, well, I'll explain a lot more on the second tutorial video. And here's one of the tanks I got. This is the PZ1, PZ Jag 1. Remember that. So if you guys want those, if you guys want to start off with those tanks, that's fine by me. Start off with those tanks. They're the best tanks you could use for starting off and beginners, of course. Explain a lot more about the upgrades, how you get a new tank, and how the new tank works. Right now I'm gonna say is that once you buy a tank, it's gonna tell you to get a crew member. It's gonna explain to you get a crew member, and you have to buy a crew member or get a free one. It's better to buy a crew member, but if you don't have money, I mean, if you don't have enough silver coins, usually if you want a good crew member, a decent one, it will be 60 silvers plus. 60 silvers plus. That's a decent pilot, whatever, driver. But if you want like a regular normal one, not the best, I mean not the worst, but not the best, you know, in the medium, like this one right here, yeah, that will be on the free section, so you'll get that free. It's best to get the free first once you're beginning, and then later on once you hit to tier 3 or tier 4, I suggest you get the 60 plus silver pilots for the tanks. right now, since like you're starting off on like tier 1 and tier 2, I suggest to get the free pilots. You don't need to go overboard. Like literally, you don't need to go overboard unless you have the money to. But I don't think you do, cause if you want a better pilot, you need to get gold. So you can't get gold in this game. In order to get gold in this game, you gotta buy them from the store. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You literally gotta buy them from the store. There's no impossible way you could get gold in the game. You just gotta buy them with money, real money, okay? But gold coins, they're just extra. You don't really need them. They're not really important unless you want to be a boss and get an elite tank right away. Might as well, be my guess, get the elite tank. But if you want to be if you're a budget tanker, then I suggest you stick with silver coins and XP stars and start off with the beginning tanks I told you to, of course. But if you guys like this video, give it a smashing like. If you guys don't like this video, refresh and, you know, go back to the video and watch it again so you can understand a little bit more, and then watch the next tutorial. But of course, if you guys like this video, give it a smashing like. My Twitter and my Instagram account is down below the description. Usually I'm more or less on Twitter. Yeah, I'm on Twitter more than Instagram. But if you guys, you know, talk to me on Instagram or comment anything on my Instagram, then yes, I'll answer you back. I'll answer you back on the YouTube comments. I'll, you know, give you some support and help you out on the games that you want to learn about. But of course, if you guys like this video, I suggest to watch the next tutorial. The next tutorial is going to be a little bit more about upgrades, equipment, supplies, you don't need customizations, man. Crew members. Oh, I already told you about crew members, of course. And then of course the upgrades of the tank. There's a lot more upgrades, and I'm gonna show you each tank. What's the best tank? You should start off with each country. Right now I just show you with this nation, and that's pretty much it. But I'll see you guys next time on the next video.